Man, Rooster, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Do you know?
It's that show.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. We're back again. Today we're talking about the wonderful world of medicine.
What
people.
Wonderful world of medicine.
What about all the advanced technologies we have in medicine? It's so amazing.
No.
We live in the future, James.
Now, if you were thinking about over the last year what we've gone through with how everybody lost their minds on, oh, it was so great, we got this vaccine in record time, right? What people don't know is they had that shit on ice already, right? And all they did was compare what was happening, that current virus, to the coronavirus they already had, figured out what had changed and how they had to actually manipulate it to actually get the vaccine out.
Oh, gotcha.
But again, they're still practicing medicine because you had 3 different variations of a vaccine.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
They're like, we'll try these 3 different vaccines on 3 different quarters of the country and we'll see what happens.
But practicing medicine is ridiculous. I mean, you got these people, they're professionals, right? They went to school for how many years?
Yeah,
to become a doctor?
Right.
And you're still practicing? You don't know how to treat somebody? This is ridiculous. I mean, you personally, right. you went through a whole ordeal with your eye.
For real, though.
And, you're a young guy, and that was a shock to find out you had a degenerative disease in one of your eyes.
Yep.
Through a funny conversation, by the way.
Yep. Actually, this guy helped me realize that.
But they did the procedure, and you went through all all the crazy ups and downs, ins and outs to make sure your eye stayed healthy, but it didn't work.
I mean, the whole procedure, the point of it was to keep it from degenerating further, I guess. But still, yeah, it's still blurry as fuck, so it's kind of annoying. And not to mention all the shit we had to deal with the insurance. At first they said that they would cover it, and then they didn't, and then they were like, okay, yeah, well, no, we'll cover it. And then my mom got a $25,000 fucking bill. And she was like, what the hell? So now she's still fighting with the insurance, trying to get that shit back. It's like,
just gonna fuck you on the drive-thru.
Right? Like, no. Actually, we don't feel like it. Sorry.
The world of medicine is a crazy thing, and there's a lot of really good advancements out there, and if any of you have some crazy stories out there, we want to hear it. Put it in the comments below. But me personally, I've had health issues for years, and,
Really?
Yeah. And it gets better as you get older. I mean,
I've only seen you walking around with a cane for the last week.
So, the issue with me is I've got chronic inflammation in my joints and my legs, especially from my hips down, and they just can't figure out what's going on. So I have to go through these series of treatments during the year, to keep me functional. And you've watched me go through these periods where, last year was really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I was down for like 2 months.
Yeah,
I couldn't walk.
For real though.
And it's horrible. They practice. They're practicing.
I was like, they don't know what the fuck to do.
Right. You should know. You went to school for this.
You've never seen this before.
And you have these things called colleagues. You could actually ask other doctors who's done things with this. But no, these doctors, they just string you out. They practice medicine.
Yeah.
This is not, I'm a human being, right?
I'm not a lab rat.
I'm not that fucking little game with that guy on it that's awake, Why doesn't that bother anybody, by the way, that you're playing this game where you're taking body parts out and the little dude's awake? What's going on? But what is it really, where is medicine really going, though? That's the thing, is you would think with all the science and technology we've got, like, things would be much more, seamless. There wouldn't be so many roadblocks. There wouldn't be so many barriers to get treatment that you need. And I'm not saying it needs to be socialized or anything. I'm just saying that the current system just seems like it gets worse and worse and worse, and you can't get what you need. And when you went through everything, it seemed like it was pretty seamless, aside from the insurance side of things.
Yeah.
But I've dealt with various times of you just can't get what you need.
Yeah.
And I don't know about anybody else out there that's had any injuries over the last year, but when the whole opioid thing went crazy and the government got really restrictive, these people that are in chronic pain, the doctors had me eating what was something like to the tune of 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen like every 4 hours.
Oh my God.
And aspirin.
Jesus.
Right? So I'm like, you're ripping my kidneys and my liver out of my body. I'm going to have to go on a transplant list because you can't give me some pain medicine.
Yeah.
That isn't okay,
Jesus.
you know? What, I mean, the old days, you used to go in and say, yeah, it hurts really bad. I have boo-boo. And they're
like, here's some fucking cocaine.
There you go. Have fun.
That'll get you fixed right up.
Don't die.
Don't die.
So, I get it. It was kind of that whole painkiller thing was kind of the doorway in. And then when people are hooked and they can't get them anymore, then they turn to heroin.
Exactly. Once you just restrict it, then...
Yeah, you make it harder for people to get what they need.
Yeah, addicts are still going to get high.
Right.
But the people in pain are not going to have access to what they need to manage it.
Right. And this last year, watching all these health workers deal with this crisis, pandemic. I feel bad for them because, again, everybody hoarded, supplies that could have gone to medical professionals.
Right, yeah.
They were way overworked, way understaffed. People literally that worked in those fields for years quit because they were afraid of this thing.
Yeah,
and, these hospitals these people were just beat down. And yet, we're paying other people extra benefits to sit
at home and do fucking nothing.
But,
get back to work! Get back to work!
But these people were literally on the front line, and they are getting fucked by their own companies.
Right.
Right? And that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
For real.
And that's why when you go, and I feel like that's part of the reason when you go to get help or you need actual medical attention, they don't want to deal with you. We are in customer service. That we don't want to deal with certain people.
Right.
So we know that feeling.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, somebody comes into the hospital, the ER, I'm sure they get a lot of wackadoos in there, right? Like, they are just crazy.
Oh, yeah,
right?
guaranteed.
Hypochondriac extremes, right?
Yeah.
But then the people that do come in and, when you're filling out paperwork in a hospital, they're like, why are you here? Well, it was my lunch break, and I decided to come and hang out and see how everybody's doing. No!
You didn't want me to come just check in on you?
I'm not here to play Parcheesi. This is not my idea of a good time. I don't want to be in this place.
Right.
And people don't realize how dangerous hospitals really are because of the highest infectious rates anywhere.
Yep.
Right? Staph infections in a hospital are through the roof. Right? Just walking through those hallways, you could pick up some weird shit.
Yeah, right.
Right? Could you imagine what they spend on cleaning supplies?
Oh, yeah, right? For real, though. In just one hospital, and then, hospitals nationwide have got to be fucking dumping money into sanitizers, but clearly it still doesn't work. I mean, it's filled with fucking sick people, so...
Right. And I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but in the hospitals, they have whole infectious wings. Mm-hmm. Right? You're just walking by and you look over and you see those crazy double doors, and there happens to be an extra set of double doors, and on every set of those doors they have the biohazard sign and all that shit going in, and you're thinking to yourself, the cafeteria's right here.
I literally went through 2 doors, and now I'm in the infectious wing.
What's going on? I'm not eating your Jell-O. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Jesus.
And then think about an ambulance. Think about EMTs. Think about how filthy those inside of those.
It's got to be more sanitary, right? Though, because it's easier to control.
Really?
In a small environment like that, you can wipe it all down between each.
You're actually expecting a human being to follow protocol. People don't even read the back of a macaroni and cheese box. What are you talking about? You think it's good in there? I mean, you've never been in a hospital and seen them literally hosing out the back of a freaking ambulance?
Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah.
Just open the doors.
Yeah.
This'll do it.
Yeah, literally. They get in there, they spray all this crap down in there that's supposed to help disinfect everything, and they get in there with a freaking hose, and they just spray it all down. What is this, a cattle yard? What is happening here?
That looks clean.
This isn't okay. I don't want to ride in that. I think I'd have a better chance just putting a toe strap to a dumpster. Just take me!
Didn't you have like a pretty interesting experience in a hospital once?
I did.
Some psychiatric ward or something? You know what I'm talking about? They were like doing construction on the hospital, you said, or something?
Oh yeah, I can't divulge that information.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know,
I was like, I felt like we talked about that a while ago.
You know, there's this thing called incrimination. I mean, we're not going that way.
It's so long ago, though.
I don't care. I don't know what the statute of limitations is. I'm not dealing with that one.
All right.
I'm not dealing with that one.
Sorry, folks. You're missing that story.
But, well, it's like when the last time I had to go to the hospital and the gal was like, well, you have to wait. I said, no, I'm not waiting. She goes, well, you have to wait. And I said, you got two options. You can take me back to triage right now, or I'm going to walk over there to the emergency and I'm going to call 911, and those people in that paramedic, those paramedics right there
are going to drive over.
But they're going to walk my ass right past you and put me in the triage. You know, because I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
I was like, $500? I don't care.
Right?
I don't care.
For real.
We're doing it. So she was like, come on.
Come on, sir.
Come on.
That's savage, honestly.
Sometimes you just have to do things like that, otherwise you just don't get what you need, you know? And it's just weird. And when you have doctors that don't listen.
Right.
Right? Like you have, like me personally, I've been through different treatments to help me with my legs to be functional and things of that nature. And then you see a different doctor and they're like, no, I think it's this.
Right.
No, I've been dealing with this for 15 years.
Right.
So these are the 3 items that I need today,
right.
And I'll get a lollipop on the way out.
Thanks, though. Especially being in the military for you, it's like you've had experience with all types of injuries, and what you need is going to help you.
Right, but you know that's a different scenario. But in the privatized world, because the privatized world's supposed to have, you know, with private insurance, you're supposed to have the best care, right? That's what you pay for. That's the deal, right? And so for these doctors to dismiss the patient, they're not doing their job. That's their first thing, is to listen to the patient.
Yeah.
The patient has already experienced these symptoms or injuries. They shouldn't negate the fact that you've already got this knowledge.
You've got experience with it, right?
That's not. I'm not trying to try the newest experimental drug you see on TV that your innards fall out and your head turns fucking purple. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit. This and this and this work.
Right.
In this combination. Please write a prescription. Thank you very much.
Right.
You know, yes, I need to go see a specialist and they need to hack my legs up and do all kinds of crazy stuff to really do the permanent fix. Am I ready to be down for 2-3 months?
Yeah.
No. Keep me functional.
Right.
Until I reach that point where I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
Take them off.
Or put me in a fucking coffin.
I mean, I'm happy to become a pirate.
Right.
Just take one off, you know, maybe both. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But practicing medicine, they need to stop that whole concept, right? You went to school for 8 to 20 fucking years.
Right.
Right? Like, you were supposed to know what you're doing.
Shit down by now.
You know, could you imagine what that would be like if Dennis did the same shit? Could you imagine? No, so today we're going to try this new procedure. No anesthesia.
Susie needs to learn, so we're going to have her cut up your jaws a little bit, hack in there.
And we're going to use some antique equipment.
See how it works.
Because I'm not quite sure how they actually use this, and we'll just try it today. No, you're not doing that. No one would go to the dentist. No one would go to the dentist. Right. You know, it's who was it that said that? You know, it's Larry the Cable Guy in his stand-up. And he said that, you know, he's going to the dentist's office and he went to the dentist and they told him to drop his pants and bend over, and he goes, "What kind of office is this?" I don't think I'd want to go there. I don't think this is okay. I don't know that. You think about it. Think about, people with eye issues, hearing issues, right? If they practiced,
right, on my fucking eyeball, I'd be pissed.
I'd stay off the roads for fucking sure. You got somebody that needed a 1.5 reading glasses set, and they put fucking Coke bottles on them, right? And these fuckers are hitting everything in their way because they're seeing 2 miles down the road because you got magnifying glasses on their fucking eyeballs. They're hitting every fucking kid they see.
Right.
I don't know. They got to stop stop having that in their little disclaimer. I can't be held liable. We're practicing.
Right? We're practicing
well,
on you.
Who do I need to see the professional?
Right. Where's the guy who knows what he's doing?
Who really knows what's going on here? Because I want to talk to that person, right? I don't give a shit if it's an alien. Bring him in.
Yeah, bring him in. I'm down.
Bring him in.
He knows more than you fuckers.
It's just bad. It's bad. I hope it just gets better over the future, but and medicine's come a long way, for sure, right? But
it's not even necessarily the medicine or the treatments, right? It's the procedures and the way that they handle, the whole medical industry, basically, rather than.
I feel like insurance plays too big a part in the services and quality that you get.
Yeah.
Right. And unfortunately, I think that's what holds a lot of things up, because I feel like while you may be talking to a doctor that knows exactly how to treat you, or exactly what to do for you, they look at your insurance and see what they're going to get paid.
What can we do?
I'm not here buying a fucking car.
Right.
We're not talking about how much I was already pre-authorized for a loan payment. Something is wrong.
Right.
You need to fix it.
Fix me. Help me. Yeah.
It's got to get better. It's got to get better. But let us know your stories down below. Put those stories in there. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends, please. We're trying to push these subs up a little bit. We've got some other things coming down the pipe. But unless the next round's on you guys,
we gotta go.
Cheers.
That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to, that show.